Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. As you can maybe tell from my voice, I actually have COVID, which was a really wonderful thing to have over Christmas. I got it on the 23rd, so I'm still in isolation, and this video is going to be a bit shorter than usual, not as in-depth because the old brain I don't think is firing all that great, but I wanted to talk about some things that happened in this week's episode of Dexter, episode 8, Unfair Game, and just where we're going for the last 2 episodes, unbelievably. So I'm going to be sharing, as always, some pictures from the upcoming 9th and 10th episode, so that's what you'll see on the screen, and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any content. And I hope that you guys are also following on social media, and let's get right into the video. So obviously one of the biggest things to happen this week was Angela putting together the puzzle pieces and her Google search. So I just wanted to talk specifically about some things that happened with Dexter and when he went into the summer camp before we talk about Angela. And I don't know whether anyone noticed in the scene where he's come out from behind the mirror, there is a door behind Dexter that has 237 on it. And anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure a lot of people know this, it's a reference to The Shining. And there also was another reference to The Shining with the footprints. And so I think that there was some little callbacks there. And also there was Dexter jumping through the mirror, and I know a lot of people were saying that was very like Batman-ish, and I also think the kind of marks on Eldred's face were very reminiscent of the Joker. It also reminded me of Nip Tuck, when they had that serial killer on Nip Tuck who used to like cut people's faces like that too. So there was a lot of references this episode. But let's talk about one of the biggest things to happen this week and kind of building momentum for the last 2 episodes. And that was Angela having, you know, some intuition / convenient things happening, and also putting a lot of the pieces together, where she searched out the drug dealer who had the mark on his neck, and then she also went to the morgue and found the mark in the neck, and then she also was looking through, I'm sure a lot of social media, we saw the picture on her screen that we know from the original series of Angel, Masuka and Dexter at one of their bowling nights. And then at the end of the episode, we had all of this converging to Angela searching ketamine and Miami Metro stuff, and the Bay Harbor Butcher case popped up. So a few little issues here is I didn't really like that they used this as how Angela found out, because Dexter didn't use ketamine in the original series. He used M99, which is also known as atropine, and I just think that it's kind of like a little bit of lazy writing. But also the bigger point, I think, is I don't remember the Bay Harbor Butcher ever being tied to using the M99 or whatever they're going to say ketamine here. And I could be wrong here, because I haven't rewatched season 2 in a little while, but I'm going to rewatch it. I mean, I've got COVID, what else have I got to do? So I think that maybe this is just like a slip up or something, because I remember whenever there was that coyote where Dexter killed the coyote and his wife, and Masuka was looking into it then, and that's when he had to erase the Patrick Bateman alias that he was using to get the M99. But I don't remember, because like obviously all the bodies were really, really decayed and probably way past being able to detect anything in their system. And I mean, sometimes you really can detect stuff, but it will be such trace amounts. It's not like the person was taking it for a really long time or it was like a lethal dose. So yeah, I'm finding that really hard to buy. And I said last week in my like little prediction video that I thought it was going to be Angela starting to figure stuff out, and then she would, you know, confide in Molly that Dexter was Dexter, and then the whole thing would come out about him being who he was, and then, you know, the Bay Harbor Butcher, and it would be the two of them disclosing the information to each other that would cause them to figure Dexter out. So I don't understand the point of the Molly character unless there's going to be something down the road, because otherwise why have her if you're not even going to involve her? Angela's figuring it out by herself. I do kind of like the idea that Angela is the one to take Dexter down. Well, we don't know that yet, but that she's figuring it out, because Dexter was always making comments like, oh, small town cops and things like that. So I do think it's kind of fitting that she is. And I wonder if there'll be, you know, any other people appearing from the original show. Is it too crazy to have Angela reach out to Angel or something like that? I mean, it was pretty crazy what happened when Angela and Angel met, so anything is in the realm of possibility. There was, in the Google article, Vince Masuka's name, so I wonder if that was a little reference to maybe we might see him in the future. Who knows? But yeah, overall, I like that Angela's figuring it out, but I just feel like the ketamine M99 thing was just kind of lazy, because, I mean, Dexter is one of those shows that has diehard fans that people rewatch, and I mean, it's a pretty known thing about it being M99 that he uses on his victims, so why would you just not do it properly is beyond me. But there's still 2 episodes to go. I did say that I think next week, and obviously after this episode, it seems a lot more likely that next week will be Dexter showing Harrison the code and everything like that. And then episode 10 is going to be our season finale. I know there's been some people talking about possibly filming 2 endings. I talked to a lot of people at Showtime through like my connection with the L Word, and I haven't heard that. I mean, of course, you know, they could be keeping it a secret, but the reason that I really don't think that is because they keep saying that the finale is like the best thing they've ever written, and it's like this internet breaking moment, and it's like, I feel you wouldn't, like, if you've written you think the best thing you've ever written, you're not really going to have a backup that you can switch out. Like, it just seems crazy, and Showtime really isn't known for filming 2 endings. Like, that's very, very not, I don't think I can think of any Showtime show that's ever done that, because they film their shows complete in advance. Like, as we all know, like, they don't even start showing the episodes until the entire season is filmed, so it's very rare that there's changes like that, and I've just never seen it on Showtime that I can remember anyway. But I think the evidence is way stronger for there just being 1 ending, for the fact that they're saying it's the best thing they've ever written. Like, if that's what you think, you want your best thing ever out there, you don't want to like substitute in a second ending at the last minute. And I find that this happens a lot. Like, as I said, I cover a lot of shows, and there's always rumors like this, and I mean, I can't even think of an instance recently where it's ever been true. And, you know, sometimes there's scenes cut and stuff like that, but to film 2 actual endings is very, very, very rare. And I can only think of a handful of examples in the past 10 years. It's one of those lores that people love to talk about. So let me know what you thought of the episode, and also what you're thinking is going to happen in episodes 9 and 10. Again, sorry for the shorter video this week and being a little bit out of breath, but I hope that you guys are okay with that, and I hope that you enjoyed the little gripes in this video, if that's the best way to describe it, I guess. So I hope that you'll be back next week when we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming, and I am really looking forward to the penultimate episode and the finale, of course. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I hope that you're subscribed to the channel and following on social media as well. If you want to check out my Patreon, merch, anything like that, it's all linked in the description box down below. And as always, make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.